is there light on the other side where you are? Were you greeted by loved ones and friends on the other side? You had some there with you? That's amazing to hear, Earl. I'm very happy to hear that.
Today, on the Cody ITC channel, we make an attempt to try to reach out to the spirit of Earl Simmons, otherwise known as DMX. In April of 2021, Earl passed away due to a heart attack which was brought on by a drug overdose. Before his passing, Earl had a very strong faith in God and would regularly go live on Instagram preaching the word and giving motivation to his fans. Today, we hope to see how Earl is doing on the other side, but just before we get into it though, if you're new here, then welcome. My name is Cody, and here on this channel, I conduct Spiritbox sessions using ITC devices. Before we get started though, I do need to state this quick disclaimer. Because we can only hear spirits and not see them, it's impossible for me to know who's coming through this device at any given time. That being said, I'm not indefinitely claiming this to be the spirit of who we intend to get in contact with tonight, but it is our job to discern for ourselves whether it is or isn't based off of the replies that they give us and questions that they answer. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, and I'd love to hear yours in the comment section down below. With all that being said, let's get straight into today's video.
DMX, are you here with us tonight? It's a little bit too loud. Earl, are you here with us tonight? Can you use this device to speak? Are you comfortable being here with us tonight? I know that you must be very, very busy on the other side, and I really don't want to hold you up. How are you feeling on the other side, DMX? Many people say that you saw your own death coming in your last Instagram video.
The minute we're born, we're dying because we're taking step towards our death. Nobody knows when it's actually going to be or something's going to be, but the minute you're born, you're dying.
Were you predicting your own death, DMX? Earl, is there light on the other side where you are?
Before we get any further into the session, it's important for you to know that spirits don't often come through in their original voices. Once on the other side, they no longer have vocal cords, a body, or a mouth. These things determine how a person's voice sound. It's the spirit's job to try and manipulate the audio back to the sound of their original voice. Whether they are powerful enough to do so is dependent on the spirit coming through.
When you passed away, did your spirit leave your body, and were you able to see yourself in the room, Earl? So many of your fans have reached out to me these past days and have asked me to see how you're doing on the other side, Earl. Usually spirits are confused when they first cross over. Are you finding it hard on the other side, Earl? Were you greeted by loved ones and friends on the other side? had some there with you. That's amazing to hear, Earl. I'm very happy to hear that. Now, I may not be able to hear what Earl is saying right now in real time. I'm able to hear some things, but definitely not all of them. I'll have to review the footage later and see what he says, but I can definitely tell he's coming through and leaving very strong messages. Do you have any messages for your loved ones that you weren't able to tell them before you passed away, Earl? Without the outpouring of love from your fans, today's session probably wouldn't have happened. Do you have any messages for your fans, Earl? Do you have any plans for the afterlife, Earl? Are you going to continue to rap in the afterlife? Have you met up with fellow rappers on the other side?
I did.
You did? Wow. Wow, that was a direct reply right there. You're coming through very clear for somebody who has just recently passed away. Is this device easy to use? It's hard on you. I'm very, very sorry to hear that, Earl. I'm going to let you go now, but if there's anything else you want to say before you go, you may come through now and you can leave the world any messages that you have for them. And you're always welcome to come back on future sessions and talk to us again. Is there anything else you want to say before we end the session tonight, Earl?
As Earl moves into the afterlife to discover his new life, we conclude today's session. I'd like to thank you all so much for being here with me today and for taking the time to listen to the voices that no longer have one. If you like this video, maybe you'll like some of the others on screen right now.